All right, well, I think I'll just go ahead and get started, and then for other family joins in, I can let them in too. So my name is Lauren again from the West Fargo Public Library. Tonight we're talking all about being on the farm. So we're going to talk about some animals. Do you know what that is? Is it a cow? Yeah. So we're going to be making a cow tonight, and we're going to be talking about other animals and building a barn too. So first we're going to read a couple stories, and then we'll do our project. So the first book is called Thump Quack Moo. It is almost time for the annual Corn Maze Festival. Farmer Brown is very excited. This year he is making a Statue of Liberty corn maze. He is going to need help to get everything ready on time. The chickens do not want to help. I'll let you use my hammer, said Farmer Brown. The chickens are now building the fence around the cornfield. Cluck, whack, cluck, whack, cluck, whack. The chickens are excited. The cows do not want to help. I'll let you use my paintbrushes, said Farmer Brown. Moo, thwack, moo, thwack, moo, thwack. The cows are now giving the barn a fresh coat of paint. The cows are excited. Duck never wants to help. No help, said Farmer Brown to Duck. No more special ordered organic duck food. Duck is now building the ticket booth for the hot air balloon ride. Thump, quack, thump, quack, thump, quack. Duck is still not excited. The air is filled with the busy sounds of the farm. Cluck, whack, moo, thwack, quack, thump. Farmer Brown is busy too. Every day he gets out his sketchbook, graph paper, art supplies, and mower. He sketches a little, measures a little, counts a little, and cuts. Farmer Brown wants it perfect. Every night, Duck sneaks into the cornfield. He brings his sketchbook, graph paper, art supplies, and hedge clippers. He also brings his night vision goggles and glow-in-the-dark ruler, and he sketches a little, measures a little, counts a little, and cuts. He is a little excited now. The preparations continue day after day. Cluck, whack, moo, thwack, thump, quack. It is the day before the annual Corn Maze Festival. For the last time, Farmer Brown gets out a sketchbook, graph paper, art supplies, and mower. He sketches a little, measures a little, counts a little, and cuts. The Statue of Liberty corn maze is finished. He's too excited to sleep. Duck sneaks into the cornfield for the last time. He brings his sketchbook, graph paper, art supplies, and hedge clippers. He also brings his night vision goggles and glow-in-the-dark ruler. Then he sketches a little, measures a little, counts a little, and cuts. He's too excited to sleep. It is time for the Corn Maze Festival opening ceremony. The chickens are not allowed to use hammers anymore. Uh-oh, they made a mess. The barn is not quite what Farmer had in mind, and the ticket booth has a slight design flaw. But all Farmer Brown cares about is the corn maze. He pays $5 and hops into the hot air balloon. At last he will see his piece from above. Duck also pays $5 and hops into the hot air balloon. At last he will see his masterpiece from above. And whoa, do you see the corn maze? Does that kind of look like Duck? Duck is really excited now. Geronimo! The end. All right, so we'll do another story here. This one's called Go Sleep in Your Own Bed. Snuggled in, snuggled down, bedtime on the farm. Pig toddled to his sty, waddly jog, but when he plopped down, moo, Who do you think he found? Get up, squealed Pig. Go sleep in your own bed. Mr. Cow was there. Oh, hayseeds, lowed Cow, and he tromped to her stall, clumpity stomp. But when she snuggled down, whack, what do you think she found? Get up, bellowed Cow, go sleep in your own bed. Do you see who was there? Oh, Fluff and Feathers, clucked Hen, as she straggled to her coop, peckety droop. But when she nestled down, nay, who do you think she found? Get up, squawked Hen, go sleep in your own bed. Oh, woe is me, whickered Horse, as he shambled to his stable, cloppity plod. But when he settled down, meh, who do you think he found? Get up, whined Horse, go sleep in your own bed. Oh, bother, bleated Sheep, as she stumbled to her pen, trippity slump. But when she huddled down, ah, roof, who do you think she found? Get up, bawed Sheep, go sleep in your own bed. Oh, bark and belly ache, whined Dog, as he padded to his kennel, sniffity drag. But when he flopped down, meow, who do you think he found? Get up, Wolf Dog, go sleep in your own bed. Oh, meowed Cat, and she tiptoed to her spot, pittery pat. But when she cuddled down, here, kitty, kitty, who do you think she found? Oh, there you are, come sleep in my bed. Ah, snuggled in, snuggled down, bedtime on the farm. Do you see where the cat ended up? Right in the bed, all snuggled in. The end. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do our craft project now. So if you want to grab the little craft kit there and your glue and maybe a marker. All right. So as I showed earlier, we're making a cow tonight, and this cow is munching on some grass. So that's what's right there in his mouth. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to grab the big white piece. That's going to be the head of your cow. And you're going to grab, and you're going to grab the two ears. We're going to glue those on. So the two kind of pointy bits. And you're going to glue them both down on the top of the circle there. So they can go kind of on the side a little bit or right up top, however you'd like. So you'll glue one down and then glue the other one right next to it. All right, so you're just going to glue it down just up top there. And then do the same thing with the other piece. Just like that. All done? All right, so next we're gonna grab the pink piece, and this is gonna be kind of the mouth and the nose of your cow. So you can turn over your head and the ears, so the ears are in the back, and then this is gonna get glued down right on the bottom there. You want that little curvy part to face down. Kind of look for those bumps on the bottom. And part of it's going to hang off a little bit too. So, all right. Got that? Awesome. So next up, we're going to grab our marker. So we made our cow kind of a black and white spotted cow, but you can just do little circles if you want, or we can just do the eyes and the nose too. So if you don't want to color it, that's okay. We can add some colors in there. Ooh, do I see blue? So you can color a few spots and corners. Maybe a few little circles. So I just added a few little polka dots there. You want to make sure you save some room in the middle for the eyes. All right, are you still coloring spots? You ready for the next part? All right, so now we're going to draw some eyes right in the center there. So you can just do some circles if you want. Oops. We can do a little bit there. Oh, I like it. Good job. All right, and then the last thing we're going to draw, we need to give some nostrils on our cow. So we're going to do another 2 little black circles right there, or whatever color you're using works. Just right in the center of the pink. Just like that. And then we'll have to grab the glue again when you're done drawing those. All right. So next up, we're going to grab our 4 little pieces of grass for our cow to eat. So if you want, you can kind of crinkle them up a little bit so they stick out. So you can kind of fold it back and forth like that, or sort of just scrunch it up a little bit. That works too. So you can do that to each piece. And then you're going to glue them down right on the pink mouth. And cows are kind of messy eaters, so they could go all over the place. Grab some glue, and then you can glue down your grass. So you can glue down all the pieces. Oh, good job. You're speedier than me. Okay, I'll catch up. All right. So the last step, we have a stick there, so you can kind of hold up your cow if you want to use him kind of like a puppet. So you can glue that right on the back, or if you have some tape, it might stick down a little better that way too. Awesome. Good job. All right, so you can set that to the side for now. We're going to read one more story, and then we just have our last project to do. All right, so our last story is called Sheepdog and Sheep Sheep. This is Sheep. She loves to dance. She knows all kinds of fancy dances, like the wildflower dance, the mud puddle dance, the get the spider off of me dance, and of course, the pee-pee dance. Dancing makes her very happy. And when she's happy, she closes her eyes. And when she closes her eyes, she bumps into things, usually trees. But one day, she bumped into something that wasn't a tree. It was a someone, a very hairy someone. Holy begonia, she said, who are you? I'm the sheepdog, the someone replied. I watch the sheep. Well, I'm a sheep. I watch sheep too. Everyone knows I'm an expert at watching sheep. I don't see how you can be much of a sheep watcher with all that hair in your eyes. But I can fix that for you. Be right back. She skipped off towards the farmhouse. Just then, Sheepdog spotted an eagle overhead. It was looking at sheep like a mouse looks at cheese. Uh-oh. The eagle dived, but Sheepdog told him to vamoose. Sheep found Sheepdog waiting for her outside the farmhouse, and she tied his hair into a pretty bow. Now you'll be able to see the sheep, she said, except you're still missing something very important. Be right back. Sheepdog looked around. It was true. He could see a little better with his hair pulled up. There was the shed and the apple tree and, the coyote. Coyote? Uh-oh. Sheepdog told him to skedaddle. Sheep returned with some binoculars. Here you go, she said. Now you'll be able to keep a sharp eye out for eagles and coyotes. Now I don't suppose you have a map under all this hair, do you? Sheepdog shook his head no. Well, you're going to need a map so you won't be lost. Be right back. She danced her way towards the old truck to retrieve a map. Uh-oh. The dance made her very happy. She closed her eyes, and because her eyes were closed, she couldn't see that. But Sheepdog did. Let's see what he did. Sheep kept on dancing. She had some extra fancy moves. Like most of Sheep's dances, this one ended with a bump to the head, but she had meant to do that. Sheep fished the map out of the glove box and handed it to Sheepdog. You're all set. You've got a hair bow so you can see, binoculars to keep an eye out for danger, and a map so you won't get lost. Sheep thought for a moment. Now, all we need are the sheep. She looked around. Not a sheep in sight. She borrowed Sheepdog's binoculars. No sheep. She unfolded the map. Yep, they were definitely in sheep country. Where are all the sheep? She asked. Did you lose them? You're the only sheep, Sheepdog said. Oh. Sheep sat down and thought about being an only sheep and not a sheep. And when she thought, she got very still. And when she got still, she got very quiet. Thinking could do that. Finally, Sheepdog spoke. Maybe you're not a sheep. Maybe you're a dog sheep. And your job is to watch the dog. After a moment, Sheep replied, well, of course I'm a dog sheep. Everyone knows I'm an expert at watching dogs. The end. All right. So now we just have one last activity. So you can grab the rest of the things in your bag. So with all of this stuff, we're going to do another STEM activity, this time focusing on the E in STEM, which is engineering, so building. So one of the important things on a farm is the barn, where the animals live. And a lot of times your barn will have sides on it. It might have a roof and a floor, and that roof might be pointy. So you can make a barn any shape or way you want, but we have to think of the things on the side, the walls holding it up, and the roof. So if you want, you can grab your glue. If you want to make your flat barn, so you can think about that, you can grab craft sticks and glue them down. So you want to make sure you have walls to hold up and protect your animals, have a floor, and have a roof as well to keep them dry if it's rainy or snowy. And the next step we're going to do is try to make a 3D barn. So that's what all the other supplies are. So in your bag, you might have things like cups. You might have some paper towel rolls, things like a plate and other paper, and lots of craft sticks. So now's when you get to put on your engineering cap and try to build your own barn. So one thing to think about is having those walls. So maybe use cups to hold up the side of your barn, or you could use the toilet paper roll to balance. If we want a roof, we have to put something on top. So think of what you could find in your bag that maybe could hold up on top. Could a piece of paper? Could you make it even bigger and use double stack your materials? So this is where you get to do your own engineering. And when you're able to build it one level, maybe you can make it even bigger. Maybe it could fit your cow in it. And the thing about building is sometimes it might fall down and you have to try it again. Or sometimes the way you think it might go doesn't work. So you have to try something different. And that's all a part of the design process, is trying it and seeing if it'll work, trying it again, making adjustments, whatever will work for you. And that was our last activity of tonight. So if you want, you can keep building your barn and playing with your cups. Thank you for coming out tonight. Next week, we're talking about.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for logging on. And next week, it's all about food. So we have lots of fun things planned about that too. Have a good night, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.